What's going on, everybody? Teddy Baldassarre from teddybaldassarre.com. In this video, we're gonna be taking a look at a watch available for purchase on my website with the MeisterSinger Lunascope. This watch is wicked cool, really enjoy this one. So if you have any questions, want more information, link down below to actually see the product page where you can purchase the watch. In addition, a place to actually book a call with me if you have any questions. Take advantage of that. I've been enjoying just talking to people that have been followers of the channel and helping them with their next purchase. Even if I don't have the watch for them, it's been fun to talk to them. But guys, let's take a closer look at this watch.
So looking at a rundown of the specs, we have a case size of 40 millimeters, thickness of 12.2 millimeters, lug width of 20 millimeters, lug to lug of 48.5 millimeters, water resistance of 50 meters, movement is an automatic at a 2836.2, also including a Moonphase module, crystal is sapphire, price $3,845, but if you use promo code Lunascope at checkout, you can get 2 free straps with your purchase. Just add them to your cart, and I do ship MeisterSinger internationally. Now, when it comes to the price categories of watches between, say, $1,000 to $4,000, I think German watch brands are delivering some of the best value, but also probably some of the most unique designs out there. And I think MeisterSinger is probably one of the perfect examples of this in terms of really driving home a unique design formula. So this German watch brand was formed in 2001 and is quickly elevated as one of the fastest growing mechanical watchmakers out there, producing their watches in Switzerland. Their name is derived from the Meistersingers during the Middle Ages, and a period was also a point of inspiration in their design with historical middle-age single-hand clocks. And yes, you heard that right, as you probably already noticed by now, that these watches only have one hand. So this is a really unique approach to measuring time, and I'll get into the details of how you actually are able to read the time, but every single one of those marks along the outside of the dial measures 5 minutes, but we, again, can get into more of that later. Now, the version we have here is, I think, one of the more beautifully executed dials the brand makes, with this opaline dial Lunascope that comes with a stunning Moonphase complication. Now, first looking at this piece on the wrist, we have a middle-of-the-road size in terms of its diameter, 40 millimeters, and it wears pretty true to that, if not a little bit larger when factoring in the lug to lug of 48.5 millimeters. The thickness when measuring at the very tip of that dome sapphire crystal checks in around 12.2 millimeters and is rather bulbous in its overall case type while letting it sit on the wrist kind of distinctly. The case comes in a consistent polish throughout and features a crown at the 3 o'clock position. The crown can be engaged in typical fashion, featuring hand winding at the first position, changing the date at the second position when rotating clockwise, while changing the Moonphase when rotating counterclockwise, and then at the farthest position you then can, of course, adjust the hand, which will also adjust that Moonphase. Between the lugs in this piece, we have a lug width of a great universal size of 20 millimeters, which I think will just create endless possibilities for pairing different straps with this watch. This piece comes with an embossed alligator grain strap, which is made of calfskin, which is okay, but I would have liked to see maybe some actual genuine alligator here. However, I assume a lot of that was done as a result of limitations on shipping through customs of genuine alligator. It's something I deal with on a day-to-day basis. But if you do want to take advantage of just getting the most out of this watch, definitely use that promo code at checkout to get 2 free straps with your purchase. Just add them to your cart, any straps on my site. Now, moving back to the dial, we have a few things that we certainly need to address here. First is how to tell the time with this watch. So if you are new to MeisterSinger, you might be a little bit confused about exactly what you're looking at here. Along the outside of the dial are markers, which is measuring every 5 minutes. The every 15-minute mark is slightly larger with its marker, then the half-hour mark is measured with an even larger marker, and then the hour marker is the longest by all of them, and then also has a corresponding numeral residing next to it. Now, this, of course, is not going to give the most precise time, even though these are regulated movements. However, I actually find it incredibly interesting, and as you get to wear one of these out for a bit, it's actually a very simple way of reading the time, and it's also, I think, just something that gets a lot of questions. It's a talking point, and I've got a ton of compliments while wearing these. This dial variant here comes with this opaline dial and also comes with contrasting markers, a blue hand at the center as well. Yet I think one thing we of course need to discuss here is what is taking place at the 12 o'clock. A giant aperture featuring a Moonphase. So a Moonphase to me is one of the best looking complications out there when it is done right, and this is certainly one that qualifies for this classification. It comes with a blue disc within that features an array of stars and a lifelike moon that strongly resembles the look of the actual moon rather than a really romanticized approach. The size Moonphase is much larger than the norm, and I think this dial really brings together a lot of just key elements. It's interesting with its design, it's unique with its design, but also most importantly, it's unique in the way it tells time. Now, flipping this watch over, we have an exhibition case back providing view of a modified ETA 2836-2 with a Moonphase module. Now, this movement is not going to be as show-stopping as what you'll be seeing on the front of the watch, but you get just the added convenience of getting reliable movement here that will just keep ticking. and will offer much more affordable servicing and regulation down the road. Now this movement operates at 4 Hz, 28,800 vibrations per hour, features hand winding, and comes with a 38-hour power reserve. And I think a very important point here is these movements are actually regulated, despite MeisterSinger probably easily being able to get away with just throwing some unregulated movement in here, given just the way that you're able to tell time. This one's actually running in single digits a day in terms of accuracy, so I think that's well done by MeisterSinger and not cutting corners. Now, whenever I try to review a MeisterSinger watch, I always just try to express the fact that these watches are not for everyone or for everybody's collection. But in the landscape of just constant reinterpretation that is watchmaking nowadays, I think it's just nice to have something that is just fresh and I think has a different approach to telling the time. I think so much of what we are just called to in mechanical watches is very much romantic, and talking into this romantic idea, plus also looking into something that I think is just simply beautiful. Moonphase complication and doing it well is very hard to do, and I think MeisterSinger, in the price range that they're occupying here, has one of the more unique, but also one of the more eye-catching and beautifully executed versions that I have seen. And I think this Lunascope is a great addition to somebody's collection that wants that type of Moonphase that's maybe not something as conventional as you would see from other brands.
So guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. But also, if you're in the market for this watch, links in the description to the product page where you can actually purchase the watch, but also where you can book a call with me to talk through your next purchase of this watch or any other watch on my website. Don't hesitate to use that feature. I really love just actually doing it and talking with people that follow the channel, and no pressure as well to buy anything. It's just really fun to chat. But guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I will see you all very soon.